what's going on. Okay, there we go. That's all good. Okay. Oh, I love a Wednesday morning. It's always such fun. Good morning, Rachel, from a bright and sunny Barrow. Well, good morning. Good morning, Edward. Good morning, Jan, and everyone from a glorious Sudbury. Wow. Okay, so it's beautiful today. Really lovely, bright blue skies, lots of lovely sun coming through. I am staying in because I've made my feelings very clear about the sun. I love it, but I don't love to be in it. So I'm just going to stay inside where it's a little bit cooler. Good morning, Joanne, from a lovely sunny Coventry. And Tracy, good morning. Jan says these necklaces are lovely. Thank you, Jan. Perfect for this lovely summer season coming up, and great again if you're going to go to any concerts or festivals. Really lovely and colourful. Hi from freezing South Australia. Wow, hi Sylvia. Good morning, Elaine. Oh, it's lovely to see everybody coming through. Okay, let me just. Good morning, Camille. Sunny here in Wilts. Good morning, Mina. Good morning, Debbie. Good morning, everyone. I did have a slight hiccup at the beginning, so I apologize for that. I kind of went to go on live and then it crashed, and I was like, oh, but we're here. So that's all good. Okay, amazing. Good morning, everyone. It really is lovely to see you all today. Do you have anything fun planned for the day? Anything exciting with to do on this lovely sunny Wednesday? Okay, let's just do that. Good morning, Angela. What am I going to be doing today? I am going to be doing BeadClub later on this afternoon. Oh, and I'm out on a painting adventure tonight, but not. So those of you who know, some of you know, I actually teach painting as well, like in venues in Bristol for a company, and I'm actually going to a paint party tonight, but it's a different company, but it's with my friends, and we just want to go out and have a night of painting. So I just want to be able to go out and not be thinking of work. So I'm excited for that. Mina says, love the gemstone necklace. Oh, thank you, Mina. Good morning, Natalie. Hey, how's things? Have you got lots of sun up north? Mina, how did your son get on with his prom? I did see a picture. He looked very lovely. Kayla has finished her GCSEs now, but prom isn't until 11th of July. So we're still getting all of that together. Well, that reminds me, actually, I might sit down and find some gemstones to make us some jewellery for that. Miserable day here in Forfar, and doing nothing but boring housework after walking the dog. You got to sit down, have a nice cup of coffee or a cup of tea, and make a little bit of jewellery. That will always push your day up. Nothing much, just shortening and hemming up grandson's t-shirts. Oh, it sounds really exciting. We've all got an exciting day today, haven't we? Okay, let's go ahead. Oh, you had a fab time at prom. Oh, I'm glad. Oh, it's that's the last part for Kayla. She's just got to do her prom day, and then that's it. She is done. So it'd be exciting. Okay, let's go ahead and pop on the camera and show you exactly what we're going to be making today. In fact, what I might do, I'm going to hide that. I'm going to show you them. No, I'll show you them this way. Good morning, Trish. Good morning, Anastasia. Good morning, everyone in chat from USA right now. I'm in Gainesville, Florida, where my niece has just received a double lung. Oh, wow. Oh, well, we'll send in lots of healing thoughts for you, Anastasia. Mina says, only thing was my son wore suit and trainers, but apparently it's the trend. Well, this is it, isn't it? Kayla's got her dress. It's currently being adjusted. We've got shoes. We think we've got a bag. And then I've just got to make jewellery. And I think we've just got to decide on the hairstyle and we're done. Okay, let's show you these necklaces. So these, I just thought this was a really lovely sort of nice way of doing a colourful style necklace. Great for any outfits, great for summer. We've got 4 colorways. So the sort of the silver element remains the same throughout each kit, but what changes in each kit is the gemstones and the cord. So well, we've got everyone coming in from everywhere today. This is really lovely. Good morning, Sheila. Another beautiful day in Washington, tying on wear. We've got Beth. Hi, Beth. It's 2 a.m. here in Washington. Wow, that's crazy. Well, good morning. Rachel, oh, she's sending prayers to your niece and family, Anastasia. Camille's grandson's prom is this Friday. Wow, prom season is rife. Okay, so we're going to go over in a moment to Totally Beads website and have a little look. Oh, excuse my thumb. I burnt myself on an air fryer. My fault. I was impatient to try and get something out of it, and I didn't use appropriate tools and therefore burnt myself. So I do apologize for that. So yeah, we've got four different colorways. We've got and I'm going to go through them in a moment, but we've got the green, we've got the lovely sort of rosy dusky pink, we've got the amethyst, so the purple, and then we have the black as well. Now obviously we've chosen colors to match, but you could get multi-packs and you can of course mix and match these up if you wanted to. Lots of thoughts and lots of thoughts and love going your way, Anastasia, for your niece. Okay, I'm going to take you over to Totally Beads website and show you where you can get these kits. Let's have a little look. I hear the familiar snoring. She is very comfortably in the corner with me, of course. So no. Let's have a quick look. Right, okay, so we're going to go over to Totally Beads. So you want to go to totallybeads.co.uk and you need to come down and you will see here the video tutorials. So if we click on video tutorials, you'll see the links to all of our social media, Kitty's YouTube channel, our YouTube channel, and our Facebook page. And then you've got some of the projects, and the project that we want is the beautiful Meadow gemstone necklace. Okay. Oh, good morning, Sally. Good morning, everyone. Hope you're all well. Oh no, I've got COVID, so I'm having a relaxed day. Stay safe, everyone, from a very warm day in Torbay. Well, Sally, I hope you feel better soon. There's so much going on. I think it's the weather change, isn't it? Where it's been either really cold and rainy or then really hot. Okay, so let's look at the Meadow gemstone necklaces. So as I said, we've got 4 different colorways. Now you do have enough in each kit to make 3 necklaces. So let's go ahead and have a little look. Now these are $9.99 at the moment on offer, and in these kits you have enough to make 3 necklaces, 2 with a pendant and 1 without a pendant. So basically you will get 2 large heart pendants, you'll get some gemstone chips, you'll get some hanger beads, which are the sort of focal bead here, you'll get some alloy spacer beads, so we've got the heart and the little sort of barrels, which are really cute. You get the cord ends, the lobster clasp, the rat tail cord, tiger tail wire, crimp beads, and some jump rings. So you get everything you need to be able to make 3 necklaces. You'll get 2 of the enough to make 2 with a pendant, and then the others would just be plain. Again, you don't have to make this into a necklace. If you wanted to, you can make 2 necklaces and some bracelets. So I think, you know, there's lots and lots of options. And as I said, $9.99. So I'll just go through you which one is this? This is the purple one. So this is the amethyst. So let's go back. We've got amethyst with we've got black obsidian, cherry quartz, and green aventurine. So genuine gemstone chips. And you don't need to use loads, but the beauty of this is you can make this however you want. I've only done a small section. With the chips, you could do a massive, you can do a whole necklace. It's completely up to you. So you're going to be getting your enough here to make 3 necklaces. So 2 with 2 with pendants and 1 without. So $9.99. You'll also get your video tutorial, which you can see here. So you'll be able to watch this back and see exactly how it's made. Okay. So just I love the green. Beth says she loves the green. Don't get green with silver often. I want to use some Connemara marble beads on this design. Oh, amazing. That sounds fantastic, Beth. I think you are right. We tend to kind of color match colors with metals. And so naturally I tend to sort of say, oh, I would make green would have, say, maybe rose gold or copper, or gold even. But it does, I think the fact that we've got that same base metal with all of them just goes to show how lovely and versatile those gemstones are. So let's go ahead and get started on making this design. I have got the bust here, so I can just show you how they sit when they are on a bust. So I'm going to just switch and show you how exactly they look when they are worn. So they've got a lovely sort of lovely flow to them, nice and comfortable. And this pendant isn't too heavy because it is a flat design, so really nice and comfortable. And again, going to go with any outfit. Really great if you are planning on an outfit, you know, go to work and you want something and you're going out after work maybe. Great sort of throughout the day to the night necklace as well. So that's your options there. So as I said, that's the green. And then you've of course got the, oopsie, got a little pin at the back of that just to make sure it stays where it's meant to stay. I actually really love the pink, and I'm not really a pink person normally, but what I love about this one is that the pink is like a lovely warm tone, like a nice rose dusky pink. So again, I think going to be perfect for any skin tone, any age. I just think they're really great, and good gifts as well. So that's your necklaces. And again, you've got the, and it's just whilst we're here, might as well show you them all. We've got the amethyst. You cannot go wrong with amethyst. Beautiful, lovely, classic amethyst, classic purple, really lovely. And again, great with that silver. And then I all know Facebook again. No, there's definitely Facebook, Carol, because I've got some people commenting on Facebook from Facebook. Can we just confirm I am on Facebook? And then obviously the black obsidian. Again, that classic black and silver. So let's go ahead and get started with how we are doing this. So we've got our designs. Let's get one of the kits. So I'm going to show you the purple. Okay. Yeah, no, Camille's on Facebook. So we definitely do have Facebook. Right, let's have a little look. I'll switch this over. Okay, so you're going to get the components, everything you need. You get your gemstones, you get your rat tail cord, you get your ribbon fold over findings, lobster clasp, jump rings, crimps. You also get your main heart pendant, which is, oh, should we suss out the size of this? I'm sure it says somewhere, but just for ease, is, look at that, just over 4 centimeters from the bail to the tip, so just over 4 centimeters, 4x4. So really lovely, but because it's kind of only sort of like flat with slight curve, it's lovely and lightweight. Just going to grab my crimps one moment. Okay, so getting started. Now I'm going to use some tiger tail to start with. So you don't need a lot. You just need enough. Where's my cutters? Bear with me one moment. When you're doing this, again, it's up to you what sort of how long you want your section, that's gemstone section, to be. But you do need enough to be able to fold over your loops. So I would say probably comfortably, let's have a little look. I think if you had probably, let's go for 20 centimeters, 8 inches, more than enough. Just want to be able to have, you just want to be able to form your loop and on both ends. Okay, so I'm actually going to start off with a crimp bead. Move all this out of the way. There we go. I'm going to pop a crimp bead on straight onto one of the ends of my tiger tail, and I'm going to just fold that over into a little loop. Just just checking I can hear noise outside. I've got my windows open because it's so warm. And it's bin day today. It's bin day in Bristol, well, in my area anyway. So I'm just going to hold the two ends together, form my loop. Hi. Oh, brilliant, Carol. So I am on Facebook. No, it's fine. It might have just been a moment behind. Okay, so I've got my loop formed, and then I'm just going to push this crimp up. Now I want the loop to be, I don't want it to be really large, but I do need it to be big enough that I'm going to be able to get two ends of my rat tail through, my cord through. Okay, so I just want to make sure it's big enough for that. So whether you sort of just test it, then that's fine, but you just want to make sure you can get two ends through. Now I'm using crimp and pliers, but because it is nice if you can round that that crimp. So I'm just gonna create that V, and then just turn. I'm just using the one of the little sort of circle sections here to round that into a nice smooth tube. Now it's optional, and I'll say on some I added a crimp bead and on some I didn't. So for example, on the green one I added a crimp bead cover, but on the black ones I didn't. So it's optional. I don't think covers come with it, but again, you can buy them on the website if you need to stock up your stash. It's just personal preference. I think it's just how it looks as well. So I'm just going to cut the tail off to make sure that's nice and secure, and then snip. Okay, and now I'm going to cut some of my gemstones, or have some of my gemstones ready. So what I would suggest is sort of looking at your chips. Now the only other thing I'll say is it's not a negative, it's just something to be aware of. It's just that some of the gemstones may have chunkier ones. I think the obsidian ones are a little bit chunkier. The amethyst could just be a little bit, some of them might be a bit smaller. So just be aware when you're picking them that you try and get them balanced. So like you don't want them to be too off center drilled. You want them to be more center drilled. And like if I was going to do that little pile there that are smaller, I don't want a random chunky chip in there. So I just want to make sure that I sort them to sort of match. And then again, you might want the colors to match. So you can see like this one here is quite a sort of a drop style chip, and it's drilled quite close to the top, so that's not really going to sit great on my tiger tail. So let me show you what I mean by that. When you pop it on, it's going to sit a little bit with a drop. So I don't probably would say that's going to go in for another project, and I just want ones that might be a bit more central. Now I am actually going to work from one side to the other, but what I tend to do is think, okay, that's a nice gemstone, what's going to be a nice one to match on the other side, and have that one prepped to the side. So that one's not suitable, that's the opposite side. And then how you choose to do your pattern really is up to you. I think you can kind of like, I jazzed it up, I changed it on a couple of them. The pattern itself stayed pretty much the same, but it's a matter of like, for example, on the green, I sort of did 3, then a bead, 3, then the heart, then 1, and then went across on the other side. But on the black one, the obsidian one, I changed it a little bit, and I actually had 1, then a bead, 3, then the heart, 5, then the bail. So I changed them a little bit just because it's only just how many you put on there. Let's just get this to move out of the way. So can you see when it focuses? Come on, camera. Come on, camera. She's having a moment. There we go. So you can just see the design difference. So this has got more gemstones before the spacer beads. This one hasn't. On the amethyst one, I did 3 heart, 5 heart, 3. So you know there are no rules is what I'm saying. Have a bit of fun with this, whatever you feel like doing. So I'm going to do 3 small of the smaller stones. Okay, and then I'm going to take one of the little sort of barrel spacers and pop that on. And again, any that I don't feel will be suitable, like this one's quite chunky, but then if you've got a couple of the chunky ones, you know, just take a moment, sort through your beads and find ones that you think are going to match or look quite similar and balanced. I think that's really just the key. It's just about it being balanced. So let's just get a few more. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. So now I'm thinking, okay, right then let's go 1, maybe, oopsie, maybe 2, and then 3. So I think I'm going to go 3, bead 3. I'm going to do one of these little hearts, which I absolutely love. So this is what we're looking at so far. Okay. And then I'm going to just maybe put, let's have a look, maybe some of the slightly bigger ones, the slightly more chunky ones. And obviously they're drilled slightly different as well. So 1, 2, 3. Just being aware that I've got to try and I want to try and find similar. Now I'm just going to pop the carrier bead or carrier bale on. I haven't attached the heart yet. I'll do that after. Now I just want to reverse. I want to mirror. So I'm just going to try and find those chunky beads to match those 3. So 1, 2, and 3. Those slightly chunkier beads. Then I'm going to pop on a heart in the opposite direction. And then I'm going to put on another 3 slightly smaller beads. Now, if you, like I said, if you'd wanted to match them out as you were going, you can, or you can be a bit like me, where I'm just a bit like, I just visually look and see what I think will suit. Everyone works differently, don't they? So 1, 2, and 3. Where's that next one? There we are. Oh no, I'm going to go for you. And then I'm going to pop on that last little spacer bead, that little barrel. And then I just want to do those final 3. So I'm going to come in with 1, 2. So I probably wouldn't put this one on because it's quite close to the top drilled, and it's also going to sort of hang a little bit. So I'm probably going to take that one back off, find one that's a little better center drilled, that one, and then I've got that one I set back at the beginning. There we go. Oh, nope, come on, come on. Can't actually see the drill hole. That's my problem. Now again, putting that on, I can see, can you see how close to the top that is? So I'm going to take that one off and find another one. You know, it's not a problem, it's just making sure that that one's better center drilled. So there we have that section. So now I need to just repeat by adding a spacer bead, sorry, a crimp bead on, popping that crimp bead back on. Okay, I want to make sure that they're quite, you know, don't want lots of space between them. So I'm going to move all these out of the way. Okay, and then I'm going to just bring the tail end of this back down and back through that crimp bead. Now what I tend to do is use my pliers, hold the bead and thread. Now I pulled that and it didn't move, so I know I've got the wrong side of the loop. So going back to the, oh no, which one is it? Oh no, I did have it right. So I'm pushing it down, making sure it's all nice and buddied down. And I'm happy with everything, happy with the size of that loop. And then again, I'm going to just try and round this crimp. I would say if you've got crimp pliers and you can do this, then I wouldn't worry too much about a cover unless you felt you wanted to. But I would say if you don't have the crimp pliers, I know that you can get crimping pliers on Totally Beads. Let me just see. Then, and you were just squashing the crimp flat, then I would probably say I would get the crimp covers just to cover it. Would look nice with 6mm gemstone beads. It would, Mina, you're absolutely right. Let me just, and then I'm just going to cut the end of this. There are crimping pliers on Totally Beads. You can get a pair for $5.99, and they really do make life easier. Okay, so just cut that edge away, and there's your little section ready. Now what I'm going to do now is, when you look at the carrier bead, there is like a front and a back. You can sort of see the back does look quite flat, and then the front looks rounded. So just make sure you do get the right side. Okay, and then I'm going to take my jump ring, and I'm going to open this by, remember to open and close it like you're opening the door. Opening this out, just connecting through, and connect your charm or your heart pendant, and then close. Make sure you've got a nice clean close. And there's section 1. So there's the first part of our necklace done. Okay, so the next thing we want to do now is to do the sort of the cord section. So I'm going to take my cord. Now I am, oh, can you hear her? She's proper snoring. Sabs. She's just like, whatever. Now you can measure this properly if you want to on a beading mat, or but I am that person that kind of goes, oh, it's around about there. But if I do that, I then double it over. So I'm gonna cut, and I will tell you roughly how long this is. You want nice clean cuts on this, and this length is, have a quick look, so it's about 36.5 centimeters, or if we go for inches, 12, about 14.5 inches. Okay, so at 14.5 inches, and then I'm going to just take the cord again and just hold that up and use that as a guide. There we go. So you still have some left over. You're going to have 4 meters, so plenty to play with. So now what I want to do is take one of those sides and bring both my ends together. So I've got my loop. Okay, and then I'm going to come through both ends through one of those loops. Hold it nice and steady, and then see I've got my loop here at the end of the cord. Keep these two the same length as well. You want them to be the same. And there's my loop, and I'm just going to bring that loop over those two ends. We're going to do a lark's head knot, so very gently bringing it down all the way so it's forming into that knot. Just use your thumb and your fingers just to sort of get that knot to sit exactly where you want it to sit. and then it's going to just knot in nicely with your loop. And I think that just gives that really nice, gives you a really good secure um attachment as such, but also I think it looks nice and clean as well. Okay, it also brings both of your cords up nice and parallel without them sort of spacing out. Now the other thing you could do is, I don't have one on me anymore, but you can instead of if you buy some more of these little spacer beads, maybe this heart one here, you would be able to put one of those on here. What spacer bead would this go through? Possibly. So one of our sort of larger hold spacer beads, you might be able to put that on as well. So I do tend to go one side and then do the other. So we'll do that again, both ends together. Tap those together, both. Through your tiger tail loop. So like I said, the key is to make sure at the beginning that that's going to be wide enough. Then with your loop, take those two ends and just very gently make sure these stay the same length, and just very gently bring, and just, you know, use your hand to control exactly where that knot sits. You want it to kind of just sit over that tiger tail loop, so they're knotted together. So there's your there's your main necklace starting to come together. The next thing we just need to do now is to finish this, and to do that, all we need to do is, we've got some fold over ribbon clasps. So I'm going to take one side, make sure they're sitting nice and close together. Now this can happen. They can kind of somehow, even though I tried my best to make sure they stayed the same length, they can change their lengths, and that's fine. I would just cut them so they're both the same. And then I'm going to take my ribbon clasp, I'm just going to pop that over, so you pop both those ends in. Now I don't tend to use glue. The Sappy Storm, she really is being snory today, isn't she? She's really snory. So I'm just tapping these so they're the same, and then popping them so they sit in that fold over clasp. Hold it all together. Now you could add a dab of glue. I don't really feel that you need to. You might want to add a dab of glue, let it set, and then close it over. Again, I don't tend to, but there's nothing wrong with it if you do. So if you did want to do that, you could add a dab of glue here, place it in, let it dry, and then just fold the ends over. But I tend to just do this. So I'm holding that into place, and I tend to just push one side. These fold so easily, nice and secure. That's just one side already, that's secure. And then just push that other side over. You don't, for me, that's all you need. That's a really secure grip. Okay, so that's one. And then the other side, again, make sure you've got them the same length. They stay the same length. Okay, get them the same length. Pop that in. Try not to have them sort of, you don't want the ribbon to overhang the edge of the clasp. You can cut it, it's just a little bit extra work really. Oops. How not to do it. Now, if that happens, we should be able to unfold. Because I hadn't quite pushed it down. This is good that this happens. It does happen. I mean, this is my 5th one that I've made, and it's the first time it happened. But of course, it happened whilst I had the camera rolling. It done to me while I was making the others up, could you? No. Okay, so you can undo that if you catch it in time. It's not ideal, but it happens. Happens to all of us. We can open that back up. Let's try that again. Pop it in, and then just fold that over both. And again, that's why I said sometimes you might want to put a dab of glue on there. There we go, we're fine. Okay, and so you can normally sort of tidy that up. And then finally, the finishing touch are your jump rings. Now, you do want to make sure that you close these properly, because it's quite a thin piece of metal on the end of the clasp. So if you don't close it properly, it can slide through the jump ring. So you just really need to make sure that is 100% closed properly. Okay. And again, nothing, if you don't want to, nothing to say, put a dab of glue on there just to make sure it gives it a good seal. Okay. And then your second one, popping that on, and again add on your clasp and make sure it's closed properly. Really make sure that's nice and closed. And there is your necklace ready and made. And I mean, how long did that take? And that was with me going slow. That's with me slowly telling you how to make that. That took how long? Like 20 minutes, if that. Gemstone beads 6 and 8 would look pretty nice around it. They would look beautiful. I think it's preference. I think this is a really great way to use the chips as well, though, because we do forget about gemstone chips. It adds a bit of texture. I think sometimes when you've got something, you know, this is quite a nice classically simple style necklace. You just want it to look, just add that little bit of texture. But absolutely have a go with different stones. My sister would like the black, but with a smaller pendant. Oh, amazing. You know, you've got the carrier beads, you've got the hearts. And then, you know, we were saying about I was saying about if you wanted to make a bracelet, maybe. So I've got this left. Will this be enough? Let's just cut this in half and see. I don't have any more of the spacer beads, but I do have some of these beautiful stardust beads actually. So let's switch this up a little bit, and let's say, okay, you wanted to make a bracelet because you've enough materials to be able to do this. Let's just, I can't cut it. There we go. Pop on my crimp. Bring this around like so. These stardust beads are obviously from Totally Beads, and you get them in a really lovely sort of midnight steel color, and the stardust as well. You could, of course, just do. Let's just do this really. This is going to be so quick. I haven't got the clasps to hand to show you how to finish it, but just to give you an idea. Now pop on your, not that one, your stones. 1, 2. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to add on a round lovely stardust bead, and then I'm going to go 1. What she says. Well, every time you try and do something quickly, do you not feel like everything stops you? It's like, nope. 1, 2, and 3. South is having a great time. So we just have that little section, say here, and then we're going to pop on Really, really pretty to go with a summer dress. Absolutely, Sheila. Ah, I'd love to see your creations. Don't forget to go on to totallybeads.co.uk. You get all the materials. So you can, for £9.99, you get enough to make 3 necklaces, and 2 of those necklaces with pendants. So you get, I know you get 4 meters of the cord. So let's just show you, for example, let's just say we wanted to do a little bracelet. I mean, how cute would that be as that matching bracelet to go with it? Of course, Savs is absolutely out for the count. She doesn't like this heat. It's a bit too hot for her. She likes to sit under the fan, and I haven't put a fan on. She's in with me. Let's try that again. Let's try 1. See if we can get 2 through. These are great, but because they're hollow in the middle, they will go through. You just got to be patient. I'm going to leave it like that for now, but imagine that as your little matching bracelet. To go with your lovely necklace. Let's pop that on like so. There you go. Imagine that just worn as a little matching bracelet. You could do a macrame style knot to go with it if you wanted to. That great addition. Nice and simple. So lots and lots of options with this. I'll just take you very quickly over to the website just to have one more look at the kits and what you get. Bear with me one moment while I share my screen. And you'll see here. So for those are the crimping pliers. You've got the purple crimping pliers, crimp beads if you need any extras, because I was just looking for you because obviously I've been using crimps. And then you want to go to totallybeads.co.uk, and then you just want to go to video tutorials. There's our Facebook and YouTube channels, and then you want to look at Meadow Gemstone necklace, and you'll see everything you need. You've got the tutorial here, and then you've got your black obsidian, your amethyst, your cherry quartz, and your green aventurine. £9.99. You get 2 pendants and 2 pendant bales, plus your additional charms to go with it, plus your gemstones, plus your findings, plus your cord for £9.99, and you have your 4 different colorways. So you have amethyst, black obsidian, cherry quartz, and green aventurine. So hopefully, hopefully you've enjoyed this project. I think it's a really lovely, fun summer project, to be honest with you. If you do make some stuff, let me see. Tag me. I am on Facebook. And I love to see what everybody comes up with. These Stardust beads are also on Totally Beads, and again, a great little addition to go with your kits. I'm going to go and get a nice cool drink, I think. I'll just give you a little sneaky shot of Savannah. I'm going to hide this camera while I turn it around so I can avoid the rubbish. Let me show you. Show the lady of leisure. This is Savannah. This is making all noise. Sabs? Savannah? Sabs? You alright? She's absolutely out for count. So she's just going to stay down there, I imagine. Enjoy the rest of your day, everybody, and I will see you back in a couple of weeks' time with another exciting project. I think it might be chainmail next time, or wire work. I'm not quite sure. But again, as always, lovely to see you. Have a lovely rest of your week. Enjoy the sun while you can, and I will see you all very, very soon.